Alrighty. So, we today are going to be commentating the release of Floha258 and 64-bit Link for the Skyward Randomizer tournament. I am JazzX08, and I'm joined by Pac-Man Power Ghost.
Yo.
So yeah, race should be starting now, and yeah.
I wonder what the dungeons will be today. This morning, well, for me, this morning, I guess afternoon for everyone else, or late evening, we had ET and Ancient Cistern. So hopefully we'll see some diversity and maybe not get the same dungeons. I personally hope that Fire Sanctuary comes in and not Sandship, but oh well. Starting off getting just a piece.
And we have a Skyward Temple Seed.
Ooh.
Potential for an incredibly quick one. These are or maybe not the two shortest, but definitely two of the quickest dungeons you can complete. So, so far, Seed's looking nice.
Yeah.
We start with one
dungeons.
randomized pillar.
Yeah.
I don't think we've seen it next, but okay, there's Amber Tablet, so Linear Pillar is now open. So either Linear or Elden is currently open. And we're just gonna see our runners do the basic Skyloft checks. Alan, this practice sword, and also just some stuff near the goddess statue in the bazaar.
Yeah.
The beetle, which will give full access to Skyview. We can now full clear it if we so desire. Which is or besides the digging mitts, but
Wow.
Yeah.
We can clear it without strictly going by logic.
Yeah, so that's a pretty good start to the seed. Also, it is now
The
it is the
Farron
Farron
pillar.
pillar.
Yeah.
So we might be seeing an early Skyview play from one of our runners.
I don't see a real reason to go Lanayru without having either bomb bag, claw shots, or hook beetle. But who knows? There might be a way of the hero or something later. But having these two dungeons and such low item requirements to finish them, it's highly likely that we might have a sword hunt or a harp hunt during the end game. So I don't know your opinion on that.
What 64-bit is doing here is he's making something called a bit magic file. There's this one really big glitch in this game called Back in Time, and it's a little too complicated to explain right now, but essentially what 64-bit is doing is he's making a file on Skyloft so that he can use the Skyloft flags later on in the run. And because this is another temple seed, it's almost guaranteed we're going to see Back in Time. So it's quite smart of him to make a file here. It does lose him some time on Skyloft, but it will be made up later on. So yeah, Floha does gain a small early lead due to the not making a bit magic file. As some of the other requirements of Skyward Sword Randomizer, we need to collect 3 swords. We're starting with the Goddess Sword, so we need to collect the Goddess Longsword, White Sword, and Master Sword. That'll allow us to open the Gate of Time. We need the Harp, which allows us to raise the Gate of Time, and then we also need to beat 2 dungeons, and in this case, it's Skyview Earth Temple. So basically, our go mode for this is everything is just 3 swords, a harp, and whatever we need to beat the dungeon. We're going to see some gratitude crystals by the potion lady. I might see a Betro early, though I don't think so, considering Farron is open.
I think if we're going to see that for any of our runners, it might be Floha, because I think 64 likes to opt to go to surface early, but who knows?
I wonder if we're going to see a early Beetle Shop play. Beetle Shop has 6 checks or not 6, it has 5 checks. And I'm wondering if we're going to see someone stop by. It does require money, and there's not a lot of it currently so far in the seed with Flo having a nice 0. But we might see an early attempt at checking what items he has. So Floha is no. Uh, he went little. He fell in the water, and he went a little too close to that waterfall.
Personally, if there isn't really any rupees anywhere, I don't see just grabbing the 50 check even worth it. I don't know about you though, because you could be doing other things that are more check dense.
Yeah, I personally like not checking Beetle Shop until my first visit, like a bigger visit to Skyloft, but that's just
Yeah,
my route. We have 10 crystals now, meaning we can get 2 Betrow checks, so again, I don't think it's likely that we'll see a Betrow visit by anyone sometime soon.
yeah.
Also, the Thunder Dragon's Song of the Hero piece, which is a 3-part song in order to unlock the final silent, which may or may not be needed. 64 is also opting to get these rupees in case he needs to buy the 50 rupee item later.
Mhm. And I'm sure we'll see 64 go for the bamboo cutting hint, as well as the lumpy pumpkin hint, as that seems to be the common routing.
Yeah. Hints are very important in Skyward Sword Rando. They are very useful and can tell you all sorts of either useless or very handy hints. Most of the time handy.
Those being way the hero hints that have items associated with finishing the seed, barren hints that regions that have nothing that are useful to the seed, and then item location hints as well. Some of those are 100% always given in a seed, such as like LMF boss key check. I can't remember the other ones off the top of my head.
There's also Third Monkey and Fire Sanctuary though. Something really
Yeah.
interesting is so the hint is Lake Floria Way the hero, and we also have a whip on Skyloft trial, which luckily for the runners is not something that will be required because there is only one outside of Ancient Cistern and Sandship. There's actually only one use of the whip in the overworld, which is in Skipper's Retreat, but we can skip that with an RBM. But so it's very likely that if we do see someone dip to Skippers, we're gonna see some cool bit stuff.
Mm.
But yes, that's a pretty unfortunate hint because I can guarantee that nobody wants to do Skyloft trial.
But interesting enough, do you elect to go to your dungeon first, or do you go and check out that first check in Lake Floria and also that hint? Because both potentially could be a good idea if you're entering Farron.
Yeah, especially because we are going to need a heart this seed. So
Yeah.
Earth Temple seeds have the very unfortunate caveat of requiring that you having all 5 key pieces to enter Earth Temple as Way the Hero items, meaning that Way the Hero can sometimes be very funky. So
Yeah.
64, you saw him talk to that like the young customer there. That actually is important because if you want to reverse Bitwarp into the Skyloft trial, you can you would need the flag that is talking to that young customer. So we see a goddess harp from
Ooh.
Lumpy Chandelier. Once again, that is a required item that also allows both Silent Realm access and the Battle of the Goddess check. So we're going to see the
Hmm.
Battle of the Goddess check as 64 enters Farron for the first time, but very interesting that harp is so early.
Sure. Yeah, so runners kind of have to weigh up, do they want to follow their way of the hero hints early on? Because it could potentially be a key, which is basically useless to every runner here. So
So
knowing when to follow it and not to follow it is a key skill if
they're
Earth Temple
entering.
seeds.
Is 64 not dipping surface?
Hmm.
I think he's not.
He might be doing um, a Skylife trip, or is he going to Nehru?
He might. I think he might just be going for this hint stone.
Yeah,
Definitely
which
is
is
not showing a
valid
linear
play.
trip with one check. I know
Yeah,
64.
nah.
He will not do that.
Skylife Academy. Paro's
Ooh,
gift. Ooh. We definitely need a bottle then. Well, we don't 100% need it, but it'd be kind of nice to have. And it may become useful later.
There were redone hints. Actually, is Para's gift the bottle or is it the crystals?
Oh, no, then we don't need the bottle then. It is the gift. So
So
my
yeah,
bad.
Floha is gonna be doing something. That is actually really good that both Floha and 64-bit are doing that because claw shots are I think objectively the best item in SSR. So it's really good that both runners are gonna be getting these early. As this could have led to a very big divergence in what the routes would have looked like. So yeah, this is good. So
Yeah.
CJ, I haven't read up all the hints, so I forgot. I didn't know Paros crystals is still named Paros crystals. I
I
thought it got
just
changed.
my brain died for a second, but it's okay. Things happen. I've been up since 4 a.m. Leave me alone, please.
I hope that 60 or wait, what? Or I don't know if 60 will not be getting the bottom now. Oh,
He
he's
might
sleeping.
be, yeah, electing to get some. Wait, but why would he? I don't know.
I don't know why he would be sleeping, but
The
unless he's
only
opting to do single crystals, which I don't really get.
I don't see the point when you already have 10. But
I was thinking that 64 was going to get rupees and then check the 50 item in Beetle Shop because that was Winted. That was hinted way the hero. So
mm,
yeah, interesting that he slept though. I don't know why he would be going for single crystals unless that's just an error on his part. Yeah, he's going for single crystal.
I mean, it's nice to collect 5 crystals, but if you don't have to collect them, then it just saves a bit of time. And
Yeah, and this
potentially
also
you could,
means. Or yeah, you go ahead.
yeah, you could potentially find a lot of crystal packs early on, so you might not need them. But yeah,
I guess so. I think the other thing that I'm confused about though is why is he not checking Beetle's shop? Because he could have just gotten 5 crystals outside of Para's house and then just entered Beetle's shop and checked 50. I guess maybe he's betting on getting money in some of
on
these Skylab chests.
Petro, yeah.
Oh, wait, 64 no Zelda's room. Unless I'm getting very confused by what 64 is doing.
I, I'm
I feel
confused by his crystal routing, but I think he's going. Uh, I wouldn't have done this personally. I would have gone to Academy if I was routing
yeah,
crystals.
we know that
I,
Academy was way
he's
the
going.
hero.
He might be going for the hint stone at the same time, so he doesn't want to have to come back unless he does for the check, I guess. But I don't know.
Yeah, it doesn't even make much sense to me.
With
It's
Floha
maybe
going to
he has some
surface though,
5 head route. Yes, the
yeah.
Floha is making a quick surface play, so yeah, I definitely agree with Floha's routing more than 64 is here.
Ooh,
So the Water Dragon scale is in a chest in the neighbor. I don't know. I didn't see specifically
yeah,
which
I do.
one, but
Yeah. Logically, we require that, but we can get around that. Although Lake
or
Floria being required, I guess we're going to need it anyway. So,
yeah, technically the water scale is required for 1 check in Skyview and then 2 Floria checks. Uh, so this can't be White the Hero though. Unless there's a key piece in Lake Floria, it's likely that scale might not be that useful. Or if there is a key piece in Floria, that means the Floria is probably not going to be useful.
mm,
So yeah. So also coming up on Petro, this looks like Flow is
it's a bit
frozen on the way.
stuck. Yeah.
Red Rupee and more gratitude
More
crystal.
crystals. Seems that the crystals haven't paid off yet. Although 30 and 40 are more likely to pay off than 5 and 10, though.
All right, CJ, I'll call it Spirit of the Sword now.
Spirit of
Uh,
the Sword. I got to drill it into my head.
yeah. Alright, so 64 is gonna be sleeping here. So I still wonder what he's gonna be doing. Also, Battle Goddess check is a red rupee. Coming back
Great
just in
timing.
time so we know what the item is. We get to skip all the boringness of the cutscene, but we get to see the item. Flo's Wi-Fi has blessed us. And 2 red rupees in sealed ground.
Hmm.
Oh, 64. He's selling treasures to Rupin. I like this, but I don't. This is
Well,
a
you're.
very, very unique route that 64 is doing here.
I don't know. Like your dungeon is like you can nearly full clear it, and like you have a way of the hero hint in Lake. So I'm not. I'm
Did
personally against this, but we'll
did
see what happens when he goes to the shop and see if it pays off.
did Floha just skip the hint stone?
Uh, I was paying attention to 64-bit
It
screen.
looks like he just ran right past it. Flo,
Hmm.
what are you doing?
No, pick it up later. Surely.
Why would you be going back to Sealed Grounds?
Well, if you go to Skyview and you finish it, then I guess it justifies you to have to go back. But you don't really want to be in that position anyway. More rupees.
That is 3 rupees. This is a very red rupee heavy seed.
Yeah.
64 finishing up his fun with Rupin. Yeah, still a route I'm very questionable about, but 64 seems really cool of a route though. So
Mm.
also Flohav having some issue with this claw shot, which is way more precise than it looks. Because a claw shot, fun fact about the claw shot in this game is that actually, unlike in basically every other Zelda game, you actually do have collision when you're in the air. So unlike in games like OOT, you can't just like go out of bounds with your hook shot or your hook shot or your claw shot and just like grapple onto something. If you hit a wall, you will just stop, and it's very annoying. Alright, so yeah, 64 entering Beetle's shop. This is Spirit of the Sword, so uh yeah, so let's see if it is just a key piece or if it is something actually useful. Yep, it's key piece.
Is that a
End
bottle
of
and 300?
it's a bottle.
Hmm.
A little questionable. I would have like would have been nice if 64 got an extra 5 rupees. He could have bought the second 100 rupee item and checked what all 3 are, but I think he just
That's
forgot
true.
about it. Yeah, Beetle Rupee routing is something that hasn't been an SSR for very long, so I think that is Column's letter. Yeah, that's
Yeah,
unfortunately
so,
completely useless. And
yes.
Floha getting blessed with a 300 rupee, meaning that he's gonna get to skip all the boring purchasing or selling treasures that 64 just did.
Hmm.
Honestly, making me think he's in the lead. 64 did spend a very long time selling treasures, which he might not even use.
I agree.
Yeah, now Floha can completely buy out Beetle's shop immediately.
That's the beetle one. Oh, you get money from it. Okay.
He's getting money. Yeah, I think he did just forget about it. So yeah, he's going back, but I don't. I still don't think I really like this play from 64. But I feel he's wasting way too much time. Okay,
Certainly
I think
not.
he just kind of
Yeah,
really like.
yeah,
I feel he was wasting a lot of time just kind of doing nothing, and he
yeah.
still didn't get his Knights Academy checks, which
Hmm.
also really concerns me. This is very uncharacteristically shaky routing from 64. I feel
Yes.
this is very questionable, the decisions he's making. But yeah, Flaha entering the deep woods. It's Farron Woods too. Also, he had a stamina on this Bacolan. Uh,
Is there a reason to fight it? I
no, you
I
can just
don't
run
fight
past
it.
these guys. Yeah, you can just run
Yeah,
past these guys. I think he just. I think he's used to 90% where you slingshot these guys.
that's true for extending blow.
Well, CJ, I think 64 is banking on his Floria Way the Hero just being, or I said Way the Hero again, Spirit of the Sword being just a key piece. So I'm not sure if he is too concerned about it, but I guess it is kind of it would have been nice to get the scale so we know. I assume Floha is gonna go and get the what, or gonna get the one scale in it. One, oh my god, the one check in Lake Floria that you cannot get, or you can get without the scale. Well, English is very hard today.
Seems that Floha is having trouble with Q Warp, as a lot of runners seem to be having the issue with lately.
Cube Warp is quite the cult trick, but
It's
also
okay.
I think he forgot that. Yeah, you can do a thing with a beetle here if you hit the crystal. It'll just teleport you to the entrance of Skyview. The only real
Plus,
issue with this right now is that he is gonna skip the check outside of Skyview, but really doesn't. You can't really get anything in that check that you wouldn't need in Skyview, so I don't think he's too concerned about it.
I
As he
mean,
already has a beetle.
you could get mids, which then you could full clear, but that's it.
Well, if it's the mitts, then I'll just be like upset.
Um,
Also, I think CJ, I don't think you can logically get scale yet. Because logic doesn't include break slides. We don't have a bomb or beetle. He might be
that's
playing to
true.
logic. So first time in a very long time I'm seeing doing this part of Scabby on SD.
Hmm.
Usually you have bombs when entering Scabby, so you can skip this. Or you have the scale. But this seed has neither.
Not being kind. Now, if you were either of these runners, would you elect to open up Thunderhead? Because I would definitely, if I was one of these two.
I think you can maybe do a play here where you, like, if you're Floha and you want to go check Floria, like, you can check Floria and then do a bit save on Skyloft. Just go back to Fair and save and bit save on Skyloft. I think it could do something. Or do the same in Deep Woods. Or not Deep Woods, in the Woods statue. Also, did 64 check the Hintstone? I missed it.
I also missed it. I should have been paying attention.
It'd be kind of funny if both of them just forgot the Hintstone.
I doubt both of them forgot it. Someone in chat or tracking, save us, please.
Yeah, currently our eyes are mostly on Floha because of the new checks. But yeah, that Hintstone is still eluding us. I do also wonder if 64 is going to be doing Skyview now. He might decide to just skip out on it and do some other checks around the Nehru. As right now, the only things blocking them from go mode, at least if they're, I think both runners are pretty confident with their Bomb Scaldera. So, or okay, Bomb Flower Scaldera, I should say. So theoretically, all they would need is the Ruby Tablet and and 3 swords, which they both still lack any of. So I could see 64 trying to do a go mode Skyview play where he just opts that Skyview is going to be completely useless and not have anything, and the neighbor is going to be the play. But I don't see him doing that. At least yet.
Well, you already have claw shots, which makes that dungeon significantly quicker. Like without
60,
it, it's very slow.
and 64 is regretting all his life decisions with that gold rupee.
Seems pretty tamed on face cam though.
Two small keys, so yeah. So I was thinking of a potential Knights Academy Spirit of the Sword, I'm thinking about it more. Technically, both Amber Tablet and the Beetle can technically both not be our Spirit of the Sword item because that means we can complete Skyview without the Beetle now, I believe. So it is possible
Yes.
that both Linearu is completely barren and uh, the Beetle isn't actually useful for anything because we find the bow for Earth Temple. So in some weird reality, there can be something useful in a Knights Academy, though. I severely doubt it. But hey, it has happened before. Floha finding the Stalfos here. You can do a strategy there with doing a slash and then a spin attack. Though I don't think Floha knows it, so he's just going for his spin attacks, which is a lot more consistent. Also, neither runner has a shield right now, making this fight a little more manga-esque. So there's
Oh,
the
sweet.
Skyview boss key, meaning that our dream of a different Knights Academy Spirit of the Sword is still possible. Yeah, so we are definitely going to be seeing Floha finishing the Skyview Temple.
And there's the map. So they can't smuggle that. Well, not smuggle. They can't orphan the digging spot check because it is a check now.
I'm a little Floha. Are you gonna do the thing?
You can just like you can walk on the rope and not get hit.
Flo not doing 3 eyes, which what is? I'm very confused. I don't know why Flo is not full clearing, unless he's trying to do like some weird jank route.
Just
Uh,
wait.
this running is very confusing by both runners. No,
Free
Map
Eyes was
is
hinted,
behind
wasn't
Gabe.
it? Am I forgetting already?
Was I don't think 3 eyes was hinted.
Okay.
Huh.
You might just be electing to skip it.
Yeah, he might be. Or he might do it after this, thinking that a route where you do the 3 eyes check like after jumping past the spider. But
Well, I don't really see the point in that, purely for the fact that you already know where the two keys are and the map is. But what do I know?
Floha doing the
Nice.
spider escape. He does have the beetle, so you have to do a slightly harder but faster strat. Yeah, he is also opening his crystal. Which usually is something you don't have to do, but it's usually done anyway. And yeah, he okay, so it might have been hinted, because I don't think Floha would have just skipped this. Or maybe? What? Yeah, I don't think he would have just skipped 3 eyes. I think if 64 skips it, we can say it was hinted, but
Yeah.
routing is very much confusing me. Yes, CJ, map has been found.
Yeah.
He knows that map is behind the Iron Gate.
Yeah.
It's a Flo getting this. That's another gold rupee.
Dude, this is stacked with money.
Also, yeah, or I don't know if Flo knows the thing, but yeah, you can clash out those vines from all the way over here. So I don't. Yeah, you can't be at that. Or wait, can you? Oh, you can't. I thought you had to be farther down, but so
Whatever
yeah, it skips
works.
a little bit of movement. Now for the fun, like vine swing fun.
Oh god.
Uh, yeah, these vines are notoriously hard to control. 64 opportunity to do spider roll, but I'm not getting it. This trick is incredibly precise for some reason. Just roll through these spiders.
What's really weird is the trick is different in both SD and HD for the timing. So if you switch between the two games, it becomes a bit annoying to try and get the muscle memory back.
Yeah, specifically on the Wii version, you want to do the spider roll on the right side, and on the HG version, you want to do it on the left side because the collisional differences make it a lot harder. They just make the trick a lot harder on either side, depending on what version you're on. Yeah, 64 did opt to do the left side on Wii, and that did not end up paying off, as he got it the second try, but the first try ended up wasting a bit of time. I forgot he got that chest. And also, I'm gonna safety save before gear him.
Fair enough. So it seems so far Skyview hasn't given us anything good.
Yeah, that could change. '64 is doing a slashing strategy for the Stalfos fight. And yeah, it is a little harder because the timing for the spin attack to get 2 hits is quite hard, but he ended up getting a pretty decent fight. So
We now have audio.
64 with 8. For Garen, the first phase, you just want to do a slash and spin attack, or a spin attack and slash. Yeah, so that's first phase. Okay, so I think 3-Eyes was into 64 isn't doing it either, so okay.
Yeah, I thought I saw it, but...
Well, getting hit. We're getting hit twice.
Ooh.
Yeah, calibration in this fight can be very wonky, and so multiple times it has happened that you get killed here, which is pretty unfortunate, but if it happens. Good thing that he did save, though, so if he does die, he'll have a quick return back. Yeah, 64 actually has had quite a good Skyview Temple execution-wise. He has caught up a lot of time back on Floha.
Very true.
Which... Oh, no! Yeah, unfortunate that Floha didn't die. Luckily, he did save, but... Yeah. Fortunate for Floha, a lot of the lead he had getting taken away. But...
He still has a minute amount due to the fact that 64 still has to do vines, but I'm sure he'll execute vines quick enough. So.
We're also opting to safety save. Usually, at a very high level, you will just opt to not safety save as. Specifically in like the 90% category for the vanilla game, you have to do like gear him on 2 arts, so you often do a lot of gear him practice, so usually that fight is pretty in your muscle memory. But yeah, it is sometimes scary because if your calibration is bad, then it can just kill you randomly. So definitely, like it's good to take precaution. Especially in a rando setting where you're going to respawn up all the way to the start of the dungeon to run back again. So, before... Is he... Wait. That was an incredibly lucky... Oh, now he's doing through. So it wasn't... Oh. So he's doing through it now. I guess he just did a funky route.
I mean, I'm all for skipping 3-Eyes because I like skipping long checks, but that is a true gamble. You don't always want to do that.
Yeah, I'm sure if Floha just forgot the 3-Eyes or he just gambled. Yeah, I guess we'll figure out soon. Also, welcome SpeedGaming 2. To the Skyward Randomizer race. Thank you for the raid. Also, no, Floha.
Second death.
It's really unfortunate that this gear him fight.
This is unfortunately something we do not want to see. I could see the argument that Floha might feel that he's on a execution disadvantage, so opting to skipping the checks that take a long time might get him ahead, depending on where items are placed. But that is pretty risky to do.
Yeah, these deaths to him definitely are shortening the lead he could have had, which is really unfortunate. And yeah, 64 is actually doing a really clever route here where he's gonna death warp after getting the 3 eyes, because he actually already saved, he saved at the near Garam statue, so all he has to do is death warp, then he can just go back. So I assume it's the right thing. Let's see what the magical check has. And it's
key!
Oh, you're not reset, okay.
Well, he doesn't have a way to kill himself, so...
That's, yeah. Floha's gamble of not going for it is gonna pay off, but... Once again, the deaths to gear him, unfortunately, are, again, shortening the lead he would have had.
Very flat.
Very flat. Yeah, Floha seems to be having a good fight here. So Garam is spawning quite a bit of darts. Oh, getting a side hop. Oh no.
I'm on the edge of my seat. Floha, please.
There we go. So yeah. Yeah, once again, really unfortunate that Floha had those mistakes. It's very likely that unless Floha just decides not to go back to Skyward, that 64 has gotten a lead from those deaths, but still pretty early on, so nothing is even close to being decided.
I mean, there's still plenty of things he can do and not go to Skyloft, so
64
is being away the hero.
64 is kind of getting cornered over here. Having some trouble as well to gear him one fight. Yeah, gets it done first try.
Bless music, Rando. I didn't realize you could reach from that far.
Yeah, the Skyward goes really far. What do we have on the Ruby tab? Oh, wallet. Alright, so far, Skyward Temple is completely useless.
Wow.
Except a key, but fun fact, the keys are also completely useless. We do know for a fact that Floha is not gonna finish the key now because he hasn't gotten behind 3 eyes check, but I'll raid. Oh yeah, you can go.
Yeah, he didn't do a Skyloft trip, which had a few crystals. So 64 elected to collect 5 loose, and then got another 5 on Patro. I don't know where the other 5 come from.
Did Flo? Oh no! Alright, he didn't get that check.
Harm did this too today. Oh my god.
Yeah, so we do now know that the sealed grounds is useless, which is definitely the most useless Baron hint we could have gotten, as we already have seen a full cleared sealed ground. Only thing that does mean is that I believe the Zelda's Blessing check also is useless, meaning it can't be a sword, but all that really amounts to is that swords cannot be way the hero hinted, or Secret of the Sword hinted. I'm still trying, CJ, I promise.
Oh, was it hinted Harm? My bad. That's right. Sorry, Harm. I take back my comment.
So, yeah, 64-bit opting to not fly out. He debated us for a second there, but... Also, the
Key
Linear
piece.
Desert trial has a key piece, meaning we will definitely not see either runner completing the thing. Now, let's see if Floha gets punished for this. Nope.
Even more red rupees.
Yes, Floha getting very lucky that these endeavors with skipping checks aren't paying off in his favor, but yeah, I'm concerned that he'll continue. He intentionally or unintentionally will continue doing this and struggle, as one bad check can decide the race. But yeah, 64-bit is also opting to just get out of Fair and Woods first before Floha.
Just fair enough.
Yeah, Floha just gonna get the one extra check here. Miss Loop, no, there's not a single progress item besides a key piece in Skyview Temple. As far as we know, there's one check that we did not see.
Yes.
So that's a good hint, doesn't? Now we know Petro 50 and Elden Trial is also useless. That makes 3 essentially useless trials.
We haven't had a good trial yet.
Yes, we are in race mode, so all the unrequired dungeons are completely devoid of checks, or yeah, devoid of any useless progress item, or useful progress item, and gratitude crystals for Floha. So, yeah, unfortunately, the maybe paying off the yeah. So 64 buying the bottle. Huh. I would have saved scum this, but yeah, 64 is now locked out of seeing what the third 100 rupee item is.
That's true, and depending on how unlucky money is, it's gonna have a hard time getting that check now.
Yeah, and it also, I guess he didn't have a level, but yeah. So I think he might be dipping to Linear next. Does it look like he? No, he's getting mushroom spores, so he might just be getting. He might do the Oriel and Pero checks.
Yeah, he might go to Academy and get those checks, and then go back to Patrol or something to route the rest of his Skyloft.
Now, fortunately, Floha is also seeming to be baited into doing Skyloft, which, as far as we know right now, is basically completely useless. So, yeah, it's pretty unfortunate that our 64 haven't gone to the Linear area yet. That definitely seems to be the play right now. Oh, we're getting 300 rupees. I guess that pays off. Literally.
Unintended. Nice.
Okay, so 64 is going to Linear, so he just kind of did a funky route there.
This is some very wacky routing from 64.
Yeah, I kind of agree with CJ that Bombag or Beetle might be on Beetle the 100 rupee item, which would be a very good scenario for Floha and terrible scenario for 64-bit, as I mean, not terrible, but 64-bit would have to double dip into Linear if it is required for here.
Well, Beetle was way the hero, correct? I can't 100% remember. But if that's the case, then it's either the bottle or that 300 check. Oh, no, sorry. That third 100 check.
Well, we already know there was a key piece, though, so I think we already know what the
actually,
I know it's there, so yeah.
I did forget about the key.
I mean, I guess I get 64-bit's route of getting the bottle, because it technically could be Spirit of the Sword, but no, it can't be, so I don't know. I don't think I agree with that play. Also, not doing caves. I guess that actually makes sense. He can't do reverse route. Yeah, I think he's gonna just be doing mines. He's gonna get the 2 checks he can get.
I've seen a lot of races where not going to mines when you had access to it has punished races a lot. So him going to mines is not shocking to me because I'm a
Nice.
player.
Yeah.
Sorry, I'm a player that tends to go for the hint stone in caves and then do the reverse routing, but that's punished me a lot lately. So another
Bottle for
bottle.
64-bit, so yeah, that is not paying off for him at all. Also, we're gonna be seeing the Zelda's letter check. Or not Zelda's letter. Zelda's closet check, so we can see if this is something useful. Which is something that 64 has continued to skip. But yeah, right now, I honestly see both 64-bit and Floha basically looking at Ruby Tablet as their go mode, so I mean obviously they need swords, but I don't know. If Ruby Tablet is here for Floha, this is absolutely huge, potentially. As he's gonna get a huge lead on 64-bit by not having a full clear Laneru, most likely.
Yeah, and I imagine that once 64 is done here, he'll go back to Lake to follow that way of the hero hint. So,
Yeah, definitely. If we're doing the other check that 64 just orphaned.
ooh,
But yeah, this has really turned out to be interesting. Is Floha, like, I think definitely Floha going into this, or see, I guess 64 was more the favorite to win this, but I feel his routing has just been so sketchy. He might have nerves on his side. So maybe this is the reason, but he's gonna just be routing very sketchily and unsafely, so. Let's see, what Collins have. Just grab some crystals. Yes, maybe it's likely that we'll see Floha also check the 300 item off Beetle. It is kind of a gamble if he wants to do the bottle or the check the 100 rupee items, at least in his shoes, because we know right now it's definitely not worth it for Floha to do it, but he might choose the bottle over doing the 100 rupee check. 64-bit about to get his Water Dragon scale. Zelda Heart Piece was, I think, a song. I don't remember. Or crystals. Oh, is he going for the bottle? No. Yeah.
no,
Yeah, okay. I think he is gonna go for the 100 rupee.
good. I mean, we still don't know what's on Paro's crystals, isn't it? So he could be orphaning something good there, but
Yeah,
we don't know
64-bit
that.
though would get to that first, most likely. I don't see Floha just going to make another impromptu Skyloft trip. We're gonna see what the 300 rupee item is, or I always say 300, but yeah, a third 100 rupee item. 64 also getting his money, so I think yeah, he already had money, but this is Ruby Tablet full of Floha, and it's a song. Ballad of the
Ballad of the
Goddess.
Goddess.
I might see some divergence here, actually. I think Floha might chase that. Because that's a hint stone plus 2 checks you can get immediately. It could actually be fairly big. Oh, well, there's a bomb bag.
God.
I don't know why 64 so mad at that chest, but I mean, he is going back to Farron. Yeah, I could. I wonder if Floha's gonna want to chase. Yeah, he is. I like this. So he's getting tornadoed because tornadoes are the most well-designed thing in SSR. Yeah, I like this. This actually could be decent because I don't know when. Might be a while till 64 uh goes and gets his uh Beetle 300.
That's very true. So if we see like something like two swords here, and then maybe ruby tablets somewhere else, I don't think 64 will elect to come to Thunderhead anytime soon.
Yeah, he could do early Thunderhead, but I feel right now he's definitely not in a position to do that. So
Chest sink, let's go.
I think it was Feyor's Courage.
Yeah, that's
Since we're
correct.
opting Death Warp, which I think he saved at North Desert, so I think he should be fine. Oh no, he didn't. Oh, he's getting this. Right? I actually like this routing.
I think if Floha gets nothing from here, I think we'll see him following 64's footsteps, as there's not really anything else indicating where he can go other than following scale.
But there is also an increasingly high chance that it is something good for Floha because 64 is running low on Linear checks. And plus, there's a lot more scatter now because he has Hook Beetle, then he also has the one check in Mines that just opened up. Humbag late into Linearu is a very, very sketchy thing when it comes to routing. Only a wallet. So, we might see a Pero. Yeah, it looks like the Ruby tablet is now either going to be on Pero or either another song later on or basically just later in the year. Harm. The bomb bag was on the claw shot chest in the near.
Yes, chest on platform needs lightning node or trial.
There's the bow. Once again, strengthening the idea that our Spear of the Sword. Oh wait, no, we got bombs. Never mind. Dang it. My idea of Linearu being used is dead. Bad. Let's see what this hint is for Flow.
That's Paris crystals. Progressive beetle on 30?
I think that was 30 or 40 or 50. I couldn't really tell.
Yeah.
Yeah, so pretty unfortunately, that does seem to cement 64's lead here, because I think from checks it has to be, the Ruby Temple has to be in caves. Or it's gonna be something stupid like, it's like, caves key in cave. And then it's in Sansu. That's it, but yeah, the quality, the stream quality for us is not the greatest, so.
Baron Woods is Baron, and
I think actually good for 64 because now he's not gonna go back and double dip normal Farron with bombs, but
very true.
Alright, so one check left. This or also the scale checks, I forgot about those.
Yeah.
Let's see what this is. If this is Cave's key, I'm gonna be quite happy. No.
Mitts.
Digging mitts. Oh no.
Oh, they have to. Oh, if that's not them going back to Skyview, I don't know what is.
Oh no.
That's like a clear window. Go back to Skyview.
Yeah, that is potentially the most infuriating hint you can ever get.
It's like logic, like crying to you, like do it now.
One thing question because 64 is not going to the one chicken mines, which I don't agree with because he definitely because swords currently aren't because swords are hinted but we don't know about any of them yet, so if there's a sword there that would be really bad for 64. Yeah, y'all, they got the map in Skyview. It's behind the cars.
Yeah.
Yeah, Floha also getting his thing here, his hint. And he's gonna get his digging mitt.
I'm just gonna step out for 2 seconds.
Oh. Yeah, 64 definitely seems like he's just gonna like go straight to Lake Floria here. Which could mean that our Spirit of the Sword Lake Floria is just the Ruby tablet. Which it actually might have to be. Yeah, that digging mitt's quite the infuriating spot for it. So, loading zone not really agreeing with 64. Yeah, also, there was a message about who's ahead right now. Right now, the lead is definitely in 64's favor. Mostly due to some unfortunate deaths in Skyview by Floha. Mostly being the differentiator now.
So it seems he's elected to go to Lake. Fair enough.
The Spirit of the Sword Hint definitely does increase his like hope in this lake.
And Floha will now get his bomb back. A
key piece. It might be in Skyview.
Ruby tablet, Skyview, dig spot.
It could also be on the Farron trial. I don't think we've seen a hint for that. Which would be even sadder.
Oh god.
What is wrong with this city? There might be some angry comments about this one.
Won't say from whose perspective.
It's both.
True, actually. Caves key.
Caves key.
Oh, no.
Oh man, that's
something you don't want to see.
This is one of those nightmare. I want to keep extending this. Oh wait, I think the logic here is it wants you to go do Skylove trial, get the whip, and then go to Skipper's retreat.
No.
Okay, so luckily for the runners, there is an RPM around the whip requirement, so we're 100% gonna see that because Skylove trial is so astronomically slow. But this is a funny scene. Six-foot shaking his head.
I don't know, I could be in so many places. Like, I could still be on patrol. I could still be in Skyview, and it could be now here.
Forward?
Second guessing where he wants to go.
Does he not want to go to Sansi?
I mean, I wouldn't
he's-
either.
No, he's not. Oh, he's going back for the Collins letter check. And the Zelda. And the Paro crystals. Yeah, this is coming back to bite him now. That is definitely a huge time loss.
Floha might actually catch up, which is
I don't know about Kata. He still has to do Mines and the rest of like Floria, but he definitely is gaining time on 64 because, yeah, part of 64's like sketchy routing was skipping this, and yeah, we obviously know this wasn't gonna pay off, but I think he might be thinking that Gus Fellows are here and Gus Fellows are needed for the Shack check. But yeah, this is Floha. The chest is right there. Floha, the chest is right there. Was that hinted or not?
It was not hinted from my knowledge.
Floha! I don't know what this man is doing. The routing of this today is very confusing. Like, everyone memes on my routing, but like it was right there. It's right there. Just go get it.
I don't know, Jasnix. I feel like after that cursed seed in the winter tourney, I can't let it go. I can't let it go. I will never forget it.
I hope Floha gets the chest now. Please, Floha.
What was even in it?
I have no idea. I mean, I don't think it was useful, but... Floha. 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 Floha.
What is Floha doing? He's dancing.
Floha. Okay.
I mean,
This
I'm
is
pretty
like-
sure it was nothing, but
I mean,
That's
yeah,
just-
but, like...
that's...
I mean, this is gonna sound so stupid that was just hinted and we're going off nothing, but, like... Like, seriously? Like... It's right there! You ran right past it, Flo! It's right there! Floha is never allowed to critique my routing ever again. This is... We're gonna make him watch this back, and he's going to have to learn. I mean, to be fair, in Floha's defense, it is working out. Like, these tests have been useless, but... Like,
Very true.
honestly, I get Floha's, like, I think he might think he's behind. But that's not really something you want to do.
That's not really you want to skip.
Yeah, because you're basically turning your chances from winning to, like, okay, yes, if I just play well, to, like, no, I'm just gonna get lucky. And, like, I guess Flo is just like, I want to get lucky, but it's the third chest Flo has skipped. And it's one of the most egregious one, because it's literally he ran right past it.
Yeah, like, if the check doesn't take that long to grab, you're shooting yourself in the foot by skipping it. Because, like, if it is something good, you're probably not going to get it for a long time. So
Yeah.
Whereas, if it's a check that takes a long time, there's merit to it, and you can then get ahead from your opponent. But minuscule seconds, like, no, it's not worth it. Again, though, it could have been hinted, and this rant could have been all for nothing.
Okay, I'm hoping that Floha is turning around to go back to mines. Okay, yeah. CJ, literally, Flo, when, like, he literally goes to fight the Hook Beetle, and he walks up to the chest, and doesn't open it. And I don't think it was hinted. It might have been. I think I did see something with Hook Beetle, so it might have been hinted. But like,
Yeah, so scale is at the end of mines.
yeah. So luckily he's not skipping anything, but that's still like. That is the third chest Flo has voluntarily skipped this run, and like, I. This is by far the weirdest routing you've ever seen from someone in SSR. And 64 opting to go get single crystal. I honestly don't agree with this. I feel he should have just done Lineru, but I don't know. I've really not liked 64's routing this seed. I don't know. He's just like, I feel he's just going like place to place. Like I feel he's just kind of guessing and checking and doing like the most out of the blue random checks there are. Whoa. Gets back in the minecart.
Oh no. Yeah, we should probably switch to 64's audio if we can. Pog.
I think it's just like, yeah, I think 64 is doing like I think I'm behind, so I'm just gonna do random checks that are like random, but I don't know. I really don't agree with this play by 64.
Well,
I feel he should be taking it a lot, like, he knows that he should, like, he theoretically should win this race, so I think he should know that he should play this safe. By playing it risky now, he's just basically worsening his chances, which I think is kind of scary me. Let's see what this just is.
Shed chest? Bellows.
Bellows? Okay, so that's Skipper's Retreat Shack, which, as we know, is going to be a sword because it's always a sword.
I mean, it's also the Baby Rattle on the next.
Yeah, Baby Rattle and Malara, which the 64-bit. No, turn around. No, oh my god. Okay. Maybe he's not going to do that later, but like, I mean, seriously. I think this is. I'm not even gonna try. Okay, I'm not even gonna try and like make sense of routing anymore. I'm just done.
I think he just wants to put off Sansi because he can't full clear it, and he knows there are a lot of checks. Well, not a lot, but he knows there are other checks that he can do now that could potentially open up more.
But yeah, but it just. When you see Whip on SkyLive Trial, and then you see Spirit Sword Floria, and then get your Cave Scheme Floria, it really feels like it should, you should be going to Sansi.
There's also the fact
it's not hinted on, I'm just joking around about how Shack is always swords. I should have maybe been a little bit more clear, but yeah, Cave Schemes and Floria, so, I don't know, I really feel he should be going Sansi right now. Though, I mean, there was a key piece, but you know it's logical. It is in logic fully, so it just feels weird that Ruby Tablet would be on one of these random checks.
There's also Skyview still. Like, getting mitts where you got mitts, I feel like, I don't know, that would make me inclined to double dip.
And Malaria's junk. But yeah, right now, this is still anyone's race, because we haven't seen a sword in our, like, I'm gonna say, like, our opening spheres, because I feel we are kind of still in, like, a sphere loop, but we still haven't seen a sword, meaning as soon as someone gets the Ruby Tablet, they're automatically in the lead, so.
Yes.
This race just seems, I just feel for 64, this race is, like, it's just being weird, like, I still don't really understand this routing.
Yeah, it's very uncharacteristic of 64.
Yeah, 64 usually plays pretty safe and follows his way to his Sphere of the Swords, but he's just not. And I don't know. It just feels really, again, uncharacteristic of 64's playstyle. See what Bat 30 is. Grad 2 Crystal. Oh wait, he has up to 40. We can do this now. The hook
Ooh.
beetle.
We
It
did.
doesn't.
That was hinted, so
That
doesn't
was
open
hinted, yeah.
anything.
See, that doesn't do anything. The
Cursed metal, vanilla.
using a bomb. I don't know why you're dropping a bomb for Betrothed there.
If it's handy, then you're just killing Betrothed. Like, come on, bro. Be kind. Be virtuous. Betrothed's a nice guy.
And Spiral Charge. This game wants to give us every single item but the ruby tablet.
Oh no.
Yeah, Floha going to do Floria. I really can see Floria. Floria. Yes, I can see Floria. I can see. Look, I was literally about to say like Floha. I am failing at English today. I can see Floha automatically dipping to Sansi here, and that would definitely either give him the lead or give him close to a lead. So Thray, Levi's is not in these side.
Thank God.
Yeah.
I mean, 64 has the bow, so it doesn't take as long. But Goddess Sword's just kind of.
Goddess Sword adds like 4 cycles to the fight.
I'm not sure who rolled it.
I think it's clear that this is a Floha seed, though I'm not really sure who rolled it.
Just blame Floha anyway. Another wallet. Okay.
How's the race going? Have you ever seen 2 people who are doing the weirdest routes you've ever seen in your life and are also looking for 1 item? 64 has been doing very risky and weird routing, and Flo is just skipping checks randomly. Yeah, imagine Jazznick's routing on 2 people. That's essentially what this race is. It is very, very weird.
Private gentlemen's pack to make their routing so weird.
Jazzer's harm on drugs, essentially, yeah.
A sword.
A sword. That doesn't really do that much, since Floha's definitely gonna do Betrow 30, so that doesn't really do much in the 64. But he is finally going to do his Sansi, which it does have the Betrow from what we know. Or Neru's has it, which would even be funnier. Yeah, so hopefully Floha just makes his dip straight to Neru, which he's not doing. He's doing Shed Chest, and this is gonna bait him a lot. Unless the Ruby Tablet is on Shed. But in that case, then it's actually good that he's doing this.
I thought we saw Shed. Or am I... I don't know at this point.
Floha, what are you doing?
You don't have the bellows. Why are you coming up here?
Is he just...
Oh, the hint. The hint. He hasn't seen the hint, so that's fair.
Right.
Which is fair enough. I come up here for hints. Just the hint.
And so 64 is going to have a small lead here, unless there's something incredibly, absolutely astronomically stupid like Nehru's Wisdom having the harp, in which case, or the Ruby Tablet, in which case, like, I see both players forfeiting, but I mean, actually, Floha would be perfectly fine with that, but... Oh, yeah, I think 64 is doing the RBM now. Which actually makes sense, because he has a free from there.
I don't think I've seen this before, so this would be good for me to watch. I'm paying attention.
Have you never seen the P at RBM?
No.
Alright, let me do some quick explaining then. So, first off, this is back in time. This is the first time it's going to be shown off this run. If 64 did it. I think he failed a bit. First time I've seen that in a while. So yeah, so what 64 is gonna do is he's gonna die and then reset his console at the same time. That's gonna activate this weird glitchy state called back in time, where there's gonna be the title screen on the while you're playing. So what you can do with this is a glitch called reverse bit magic, which is essentially taking flags from Skyloft and putting them onto your main file. So what 64 is gonna do here is he is going to enter the Skyloft Academy, and from there he's going to place down a barrel, and this barrel is going to have a it's going to set a specific scene flag, which is going to apply to the P hat in Skipper's Retreat being up, and that is going to allow because that P hat's up, that's going to skip the requirement for the whip, and that will allow 64 to not have to get the whip this seed. It's going to enter here with the corrupt file, or this is called a corrupt file, where you enter with a file that has no data saved to it, which essentially just is a blank file, but a little bit glitchy. He's going to pick up this barrel, and he's going to take it to the old lady here.
Ah, so it's this flag. Okay.
Yeah, it's the same as the Fire Sanctuary.
Yeah. Interesting.
And yeah, so the reason 64-bit's doing the RBM here instead of actually in Skipper's Retreat is if you hit the time shift stone for the boat coming up that you right on with Skipper, that boat has a specific it sets a scene flag, and we call that committing. And if you commit a flag, that'll allow an RBM to the effect of an RBM to take place. So it basically is a free commit you can do here. Did 64 fail that?
No, the cutscene did play, so I assumed that he did not.
I see "Oh no" by Raid in all letters, so I didn't see the RBM being performed, so maybe he did fail it.
I'm pretty sure I saw the camera change. So.
Alright, so here we basically are going to see probably the biggest and most interesting thing we're going to see here. If the Ruby tablet is on Neighbor's Wisdom, we are about to see a massive lead gained by Floha, as he's going to be entering Elden way before 64 can. And if 64-bit gets the Ruby tablet in Skippers, then it's likely that he's gonna have the lead instead of Floha. As Floha is gonna get the Spiral Charge rocks in the sky because he just got a Spiral Charge. And yeah, it could also still be in Skyview.
It's still be in Skyview, which at this point I feel like it's still highly likely.
Yeah. At this point I feel the Ruby tablet's gonna decide the race, as I have a very strong feeling that two swords are just gonna be conveniently chilling there in Elden, so.
Like, it not being in Skyview suggests that there are a lot of spheres blocking the tablet, which can happen. But like, I don't know. I feel like it's more likely to have less spheres, but
frankly, this seems such a mess that it could be anywhere.
Yeah.
Yeah, so we do have 4 checks for 64, so.
One of them was hinted, the dive chest, which was a gold ruby. So they might get that.
So let's see if the P hat RBM worked. I didn't see the P hat flying, so maybe it didn't. Okay, no, never mind, it did. Okay, so yeah, 64 did do that RBM correctly. Raid is just a liar. Din's power. Alright, that is useless, as we already have a hint. Also, it could also still be on Fair and Trial, by the way.
Oh my god.
Your eyes are tired.
Eyes are tired.
This might be the worst Skyview or Temple Seed I've ever seen.
Yeah.
I went into this and I was like, oh yeah, this is gonna be a nice, easy, chill seed. It's gonna be pretty simple, just get your swords, and then we saw the heart placement, and it turns out it's the complete opposite.
There's just so many places where that one item could be that, like, It's so hard to determine where to go.
I wish we were doing a skip there called, yeah, he unfortunately failed it. It's called Deku Baba skip, where you can like trigger the Deku Baba to not attack you when it comes out by shooting right next to the claw shot target, and then just claw shotting and then quickly claw shotting back. You can skip this Deku Baba attacking you. You in the vanilla games, you're supposed to use the beetle there. But... all right, let's see. Check number 2. Is this the ruby? It is not. All right, 2 checks for 64.
1. The other one was hinting.
Oh wait, what was the other one? Was shed chest?
Gold rupee. It was the dive chest.
Okay, only 1 check.
Yeah.
I don't know if 64 knows that he didn't get his ballad, which is potentially a huge advantage for Floha, because 64 might, like, if the Ruby tablet isn't Thunderhead, this could be a gigantic lead forming for Floha.
Yeah.
Alright, 1 check. Let's see. Gorko Goddess Walls are not in these settings. And... oh, okay,
Hey,
there it is. Okay. 64-bit is kicking himself for that one. Right, so, unfortunately, that is quite the blow for Floha. Wait, no, Gorko Goddess Wall is not enabled, right? Right? Was I lied to you this entire time?
From my understanding, it was.
Wait, it is? I never knew that. I have never, ever seen anyone do SGL settings and do Gorko Goddess Wall. Yeah, that should be a long quest.
I'm
There's
worried now.
no way Gorko Goddess Wall is in SGL. I mean, if you saw someone do it, they might have just, forgot.
That was sword.
Yes,
Wait, no,
you're spreading this information.
No.
Yeah, so for 64, I think once again this is a very, very good situation for him. There's an incredibly high chance that the only swords he needs are just conveniently chilling in Elden somewhere. I don't know if Floha is doing Farron. So yeah, unfortunately, this could be a wrap depending on where the swords are. There's still, I mean, the swords can still be anywhere. Though, 64, what are you doing? Stop skipping checks, please. He's opening this up. I don't agree with this at all. I think 64 thinks that he's behind, so he's, like, trying to gamble, but... yeah, this is potentially bad. He definitely should just... maybe he's going for hints? Yeah, he's giving out on all of Magma Turf and
half of Elden.
Yeah, yeah, the first half of Elden. I mean, I guess if he does get 2 sword hints, he's fine, but... I mean, hey, this gamble could work out. No, it's blind. It was a test.
No! That's okay.
Yeah, but Pack, apparently you are now banned from common. 64 with potentially the worst miscalculation of where the water is I've ever seen. Scooping a full like meter away from where the water actually is. Good job, 64. Dramatic over 64.
Well said, Raid. Well said. 64 finish. I want to go to bed. Jesus. This is what you get, Senra, for double shifting.
Did Senra track the other race today?
Yes.
Senra, you are a trooper. On camera.
Yeah.
Alright, these hints are very much not paying off. Absolutely nothing, basically. Bug metal. Like, hate to say this, but Floha can just come back here now. If he just gets 2 swords at the start of Elden, where they most likely are, and 64
true.
full clears Earth Temple, that is a dominant lead by Floha. Because like the difference between full clearing Earth Temple and not is still pretty large in the grand scheme of things. So, again, these risky plays from 64. So he's gonna save. I like this. The only thing is that he blew up the rock before he saved, so he's gonna have to, he has to deal with the early thunder hit. I think he's just gonna, he wants to bit scum this, but I definitely would have bit scum before I activated early thunder. And he's not getting the check. Don't you, 64 routing, stop, just get the check. Like, with no exaggeration, 64 might just be digging himself in a grave. Because if there are no swords in Earth Temple, he's gonna full clear it, and that...
And knowing how he's routed coming into Elden, you might go to Volcano Summit to grab those hints, as well as the checks. Obviously that could pay off as well, but... In an ideal fantasy world, I want to see 2 swords at the start of Elden.
No, yeah, 2 swords at the start of Elden basically ties this race up, I think. I mean, maybe not exactly, because Floha still definitely is quite a bit behind, but definitely gonna make it close, and depending on what 64 does, maybe 64 is just gonna be like, I don't want to stay here, and go back to, like, Thunderhead or something.
3 swords in turf. For real?
I think I've seen that happen before, or at least like a sword, like 2 swords and a heart. I think I've definitely
2
seen
swords
before.
and a harp, yeah.
Yeah, 64, he's just entering Earth Temple. And he's doing it! This is such a gamble.
He might be thinking that Floha might be thinking that he's behind. That's just too meta thinking.
I mean, like, I think 64-bit should know that, like, okay, yeah, that's even worse for 64.
It's even worse.
Yeah, because Floha can just enter and leave immediately. But I think, like, at least for 64, he knows that he should, like, again, he knows that he definitely has the advantage in this race when it comes to execution, so he should be thinking, yeah, I can route safely and probably still win, but I think he's just so nervous. And honestly, this might just cost him the race.
There's not 4 key pieces, because we've seen, I think, like maybe another 2. Either they were hinted
there were a lot of key pieces. I think. I think Floha had like 4.
Yeah, I think. Yeah. I'd say so far there's only really been a couple of good hints this seed, if you would agree.
Oh yeah, no. Basically all the hints have been pretty garbage.
Yeah. Which I do not like in my seeds.
I mean, this is Earth Temple. What are you asking for?
Well, that's true.
Map. Yeah, RBM definitely working for Floha. So, 64 bombing that now? Why?
Oh, raid. Interesting.
I have really no idea why he did that, because that's a commit you can use. I think he's just gambling on swords at this point. Like, are there wallet?
Well,
there's even a chance that a sword is still like you get a sword in Thunderhead. And in that case, if there's a sword in Thunderhead and a sword somewhere else, that's even worse.
I think it's fair to gamble that your swords are in your dungeon.
I mean, yeah, but like, to be fair, when you need one sword, this plays justifiable. But when you need two swords, I think this is a lot less debatable. Like I think you should have just done Elden. Elden is not that long, and if you get one sword, then automatically you automatically can, like, you basically can almost go mode a dungeon, and if you get two swords, you go mode your dungeon.
That's true.
So taking a death. Actually, no, that was intentional. Pouch. And yeah, there's a really good chance that there's two swords in Elden. So, like, once again, I think we keep saying, but like, if Floha just goes to Elden, he can get two swords and then go to Earth Temple, go mode it, and then probably be ahead of 64. Actually, the other scenario that would be even funnier is if there's two swords in Thunderhead.
Oh, jeez.
That would be something. And I think that would basically guarantee a Floha victory, because I don't think 64 has Battle of the Goddess.
No, he does not. I'll step out for 2 seconds again.
I'm gonna have a lot of questions to ask in this interview. It looks like Floha's gonna be taking the safer. He only has 2 hearts, so definitely respect to this. Yeah, there were a lot of checks that 64 skipped that he definitely shouldn't not, because basically what he did for his routing is he decided to just do a shortcut all the way up to basically Earth Temple immediately, which skipped the entirety of early Elden and the entirety of Magma Turf, which skips a combined. Let's do some counting. 1, 2, 3.
It's 10, I'm pretty sure.
I think it's 11. Yeah, 13. Yeah, 13
Okay.
checks he skipped. Yeah, I think that's correct. Plus also some. I don't know if you add that in. Right. And so yeah, that's like, that is so much that 64 has skipped. That like, because right now 64, I think, just like over the scenario again, he needs 2 swords and he is in go mode, and he's gambling that all the swords he'll need are in he's gambling that the swords he needs are in Elden proper, are in Earth Temple. The problem is that he one Earth Temple's been barren so far, and because he skipped those checks, Floha now just has a chance to come back and get 2 swords at the start of Elden, and then go mode Earth Temple and beat 64-bit, which is is possible.
The thing about Elden 2 is you can do a check per minute. The amount of checks you can get is like so high in a small amount of time that like skipping them is just such a bad play most of the time.
64 get the Nero's Alpha's check?
Sorry?
Like the one on the other side of the bridge?
I think that was hinted, so no.
Okay.
I did see a Zalfo's hint, but I wasn't sure which one it was. If it was the fight or the chest after.
So Floha is gonna, I think, definitely just gonna shoot right to Elden immediately. Yeah, so this has turned into quite a race.
It's still interesting, which is good.
Yeah, right now, really, the only thing that held Floha back so far is that he had some execution mistakes with Gear Hand, but after that, like, this race has been really close. And it continues to be, now, depending on where the swords are. Floha? Is he getting a shield? Slingshot. Interesting slot for the slingshot. What in the world is Floha doing? Okay, he is buying a shield.
Yeah.
It's not a terrible play. I mean, he might end up using it.
Yeah, well, I know he does use them in endgame, so...
Yeah, late game does become a lot easier if you have a shield. I don't know, I don't feel it's always worth it to buy it, but... I don't know. I guess if you're not that confident with it, it's probably better just for the safety.
I personally don't use the shield, and if I get it, I use it, but I don't actively go for it, because I learnt swordless, but not everyone's the same. So Floha finally going to Elden, so we'll see what 64 probably is skipped. I don't see Floha skipping these checks.
Oh no, yeah, I definitely don't. But yeah, so again, I think the win condition for Floha here is that he gets 2 swords immediately at the start of Elden, and then 64 decides to do like both Summit and Slopes first. I think with those combined, basically they tie. Yeah, he's doing early. I think they just tie as soon as Floha's done with Earth Temple. Because again, Floha is gonna get the first check and then he's done. He doesn't have to get a single other check in Earth Temple. So, yeah, there's a lot of potential for Floha here. Honestly, like, this race is 64's to lose, but at this point, it could be Floha's to win. First check is blank. But we still got plenty of others. That's a Rupor. Know what is on there. Oh, it's like a rupee.
Yeah.
Alright, so there's one more check it left in basic Farron. Or I said Farron, Elden, yeah.
Yeah. We know what you want.
Yeah. English is struggling today. 64 finishing up skill there.
Let's see if Temple had anything good.
Crystals. Floha, the thing is the lava, the flow.
Flow.
Don't jump in. Drop it down and run. Okay.
Jeez.
That was stuff.
Sus. Come on, two swords, three swords, Mogma Turf. Let's go. Sure.
Oh. Yeah, final Dragon Art Temple for 64.
Red Rupee.
Where are these swords? Ouch.
Debate. God damn it.
You hear the good item sound, and you're like, oh my god, it's a sword, and no, it's just a pouch. And there's another one!
Oh no. Oh,
no.
64, no.
He might just Death Warp. No. I would have Death Warp for the health, personally.
Yeah, I don't know. It's both valid, I guess.
Didn't attack him, no. Let's see who this was a sword, and 64 is gonna be very mad at himself. Alright, no. Bottle. Alright, this is... Bottle.
Bottle and pouch sink. Let's go. Sword sink, mayhaps?
Oh?
Nah, that can't happen. The amount of time that it takes for 64 to get a check, I don't think.
Well, true, but maybe... But 60... Flo does have the... tunnel check. I think they'll probably be getting that check at the same time. 64. This is Rupee.
Damn. Rupees are plenty.
This is a pretty atrocious, thing. Yeah, 64 got the other dig spots.
Yeah.
We're gonna see another synced item. Is it gonna be swords? Pause champ?
I mean, I personally don't hope it is swords, but... Oh!
Okay, there's one! There's one! Alright, so... that's not... Okay, the one chance Flo has here is if there is a sword on a Sen chest. That is Flo's chance. Even then, I think it might not be enough. I think 64 has enough of a lead now.
Yeah.
But yes, Flo is definitely close to just not go moding ET. Come on, prage for Flo, guys. Prage for Flo.
Pray.
Pray. So, Floha, not... he's going this way.
This is a race after all. No circles.
No, sir. He was just specifically trying not to get circled. I don't think Flo knows why we do that class up there. It's supposed to skip that Magma text he got. Okay, Prage for Flo. Prage. Is this gonna be... no. No, Flo! You can't make us wait like this, man. Flo, no!
No, Flo!
No!
We'll come back after these messages. Sorry. Oh, Farron was just crystals? Farron trial. Useless trial so far in this tournament.
We have been so debated, it kind of hurts.
Since Seal Grounds is barren, I don't think we can have the check of the blessing be a sword. So there has to be swords around.
Yeah. I think Floha's only real hope at this point is if there's a sword in a scent chest, and then 64 is like, yeah, my routing should have another stroke, and then goes to, like, Skyview.
Well, he could feel that he's behind and be like, oh, sure, Flowhawk would have finished by now if there was 2 swords in there. I'm gonna go to X and not go here. Like, but I don't know.
Alright, so would you have confirmation that the Zelda's blessing check is useless?
Yes, I thought so.
Alright, we're almost there. We might see the check.
No, he skips it.
Wait, 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 wait. 64. You madman. 64. You madman.
Oh no!
Floha, have this be a sword. Have this just be a sword.
Sword.
Please,
Go.
please,
Sword.
please,
Sword.
please, please, please.
Come on.
Please. Come on, come on, come on, come on.
Oh Jesus!
Come on, come on, come on. No!
Oh.
It could still be slopes though. It could still be on slopes. Oh, okay, well, dang it. Sag.
Key.
What is 64 bit doing?
Huh? Oh no. Where's he gonna go though?
Voiding out, yeah, he's just going to void out.
I don't know. If I was 64, I'd be going back to Alden.
I mean, yeah, but... Is he going to Skyview? The absolute madman!
Risks galore, here we go. Check density is dead. My brain hurts.
What is this race?
Why is it that every time I come, something extraordinary happens? Like, it just makes my mind go blown out of the wazoo every time.
This is potentially the greatest SSR content there is. This right here. This is
Top tier
like
quality.
literally all 64 had to do was probably get slopes checks or do Isle of Songs.
Yeah.
Does he not? No. Oh wait, yeah, he's not ballot. Is he trying to do Gorko? If he does Gorko, we're gonna have problems.
How so?
Because it's gonna waste him more time.
Oh,
Like, this
sorry.
isn't a check.
Yeah, yeah. Oh,
Unless he's
64
just trying to get
doesn't use
through,
a
but-
cracker though. I'm pretty sure, from what I hear.
I mean, maybe. I really need Floha to do the slopes before he does Earth Temple. That's like his chance.
Yeah.
Alright, let's see. Is this dig swap gonna be a sword? If we see the animation where this is gonna be... Oh! No way! What? What is the C?
I mean, it was a tablet, but that's good enough for me.
That's not go mode for 64. He's still missing a sword.
That's true.
I mean, he's probably gonna go straight back to turf, but
There's no way he does it. Like,
I need to go beat Skyview twice. I just need to go dip sister. He's doing
he's got
Thunder
fun.
Head! 64!
Oh no.
That's route!
Check density rulebook. Where did that go? Where did that go?
No. Well, Floha has Ballad.
Yeah. 64 does not. This is so interesting.
Problem is just Floha is gonna full clear Earth Temple now, so.
Well, I
But-
feel like 64 thinks that Floha could have finished by now. So he might have been orphaning Elden purely for the fact that he would have already finished by now, maybe? I don't know. That's the only justification I can feel 64.
I don't think there's any justification for what 64 is doing here, because, like, okay, I get it for you feel behind so you want to make up time, but, like, I think skipping the entirety of a region plus, like, 8 different checks is not worth it if you're trying to win, especially when you're trying to go for consistency. This is the most un-64-bit thing I've ever seen 64-bit do.
Yep. You can literally get 10 checks in less than 10 minutes. And here we are.
Yeah, wait for Floha to just, like, completely skip everything in our temple and gamble it on that.
Nah. He's gonna finish his dungeon and then he's gonna go straight back to Skyview.
No, but what if Oh, no. I wanted to see if Floha was as cracked as 64, but I guess not. But at this point, we only are missing one sword, so I think that one sword has to be in either slopes or late iOS.
It also could be the digging check in VS.
Yeah, I don't know where mitts are though. Maybe the mitts are here.
Because other than that, I think we've checked every check.
Yeah, if there were mitts and if there's 2 swords in turf, this race is over. But... I think if Flo did slopes, he might have also had the win, but I think there's a really good chance that slopes has the sword.
I've seen Draining had a lot of like swords in the past.
Yeah, it's really likely that 64 wins this because, I mean, I think the chance of 64 putting off more stuff now is just so unlikely. But
yeah,
let's see. Just a wallet.
Mitts.
Magmas. Hey, Crystal.
I bet he's gonna go digging spot purely because, like, he'll leave a last location that, and he'll think it'd be something, so he doesn't want to fall behind. But no, he's Jesus.
What is the seed?
How to get bamboozled?
Okay, I don't want to take the race room, but because I will spoil the finishing, or might, but like.
Yeah, I've closed it. I don't want to know.
I don't want to see, but like I would want to check who rolled this seed.
Yeah.
It was
Floha.
Okay. This is the worst Skyview or Temple seed I've ever seen. This is so a Floha seed.
We're gonna reach the 2-hour mark for a Skyview Earth Temple Seed.
Skyview Earth Temple over 2 hours.
Shit.
Have you ever seen anything as poetic? Okay. He's doing Elden.
But where to in Elden? That is the real question. He might reverse route. What? Unlikely. Yeah.
Okay, he's doing entry. Okay. This is 64's go here. If
Yeah.
he decides like, oh yeah, I should just go get Qs. But now though the thing is I think this is definitely gonna be 64's race to lose, but is it gonna be Flo finishing Earth Temple and going to slopes, or is it gonna be or is it gonna be 64 doing Magma Turf and getting it? I think it's gonna be 64, but who knows?
I think at this point, 64 has probably got it in the bag.
Yeah, I don't think it's likely that Flo can catch up, considering I think he still does have to do like Scaldera and stuff, and 64 just has to full clear the rest of Elden.
Yep.
But I think at this point the final sword has to be in the slopes or the dig spot, so there's a small chance for Flo. I guess the chance for Flo is if 64 like Omega screws up his endgame, and Flo has a good endgame. So
well, that could happen because he could feel behind being this far into this kind of seed, and it could screw up his mental state, which we've seen runners both previously had bad mental states going into it, and just
this I think 64's had a bad mental state this entire season.
Well, getting raged at the bombs kind of indicated that. I don't see the justification in that one, other than bad routing. But...
Wait, Flo, are you doing bit? What? What are you doing, Flo? I thought he already did DRBM, I guess not. This seed is just... I think Flo's officially banned from rolling seeds after this one. Like, I don't think we allow him to unleash another monster like this one.
I don't know, there's a certain charm to it.
A certain charm, you say? I mean, they're literally full clearing the seed, and to be fair, part of this is 64, like, doing weird routes, but...
Yeah, like, I feel like there's certainly other situations where other runners would have come in to having a way quicker time, purely for the fact that, I don't know, like, I would have been a player that would have gone to Skyview way earlier, but...
No, yeah, I definitely, like, I think if I was gonna play the seed, I would have probably chased my surface way more than the sky, which would have made me probably get Ruby Tablet first.
You want 64 to win so you can go to bed. Just go to bed, lol.
I mean, yeah, we can probably take over on tracking center if you want to go to bed. But there's not really much left to track. Yeah, a very smooth minority players would have taken the Skyview dig spot before early Elden.
Well, no, because there was a situation where Elden wasn't open. Oh wait, you're talking about 64, don't worry about it. I don't know. That's true, actually, I think.
I mean, honestly, if anyone was gonna make that play, it's not 64. At least from like what I've seen from him, because he's usually really safe with his routing.
Yeah.
So it kind of surprised me that he, of all people, was the one who did this route.
He's now in go mode.
Yeah, Floha, all he has to do now is just finish his Earth Temple. But so I think this is still in the potential for a late game snipe from Floha, but I think 64 is comfortable enough with his late game that it'll be tough for Floha to make back the time he needs.
Yeah. This is not 64, but an evil twin. This is 5375.
53 byte long.
Whoa, bro.
Honestly, if this was, I wouldn't tell. I wouldn't be able to tell. Like, this is, again, this is like the weirdest rounding I've ever seen 64 even at 10.
Yeah, if you change the face cams around, like, bro.
Just turn on my face cam, then you see. What if I'm secretly playing this race? What if I'm just playing this race?
Joe, have I been spoiling hints and item locations for you, Jazznicks? What the hell?
Whoa.
That's cheating. Come on.
It's fine. No, it's wait. Where's TMS?
Who knows? There's only a few checks left though. So
I think it has to be on slopes or dig spot. But...
Yeah, I don't think it can be anywhere else. Oh no, the 50 was hinted. So
I guess after the race we can do a vote on who thinks it's in slopes or who thinks it's in dig spot.
Yeah, we might even see Floha go those checks anyway. So
64 froze. Oh no. Dang it, my game feed froze.
Yo, bro, stream crash?
Oh no, he's back.
No, he's good. He's good. He's good. Yeah, you should be right to be right back. Electing to grab a fairy. Fair enough.
Yeah, honestly, I think, like, from 64's perspective, this is probably not a strong first race for him. I feel his routing was questionable at best, and what the hell are you doing at worst? And I think there was a lot of, like, stuff that he's not going to be happy with looking back on it, but to be fair to 64, we have not done a tournament in a very long time. It's almost been a year, and he's probably very nervous because he wants to perform. So,
That's
if you
true.
are there's a lot more pressure on you if you are expected to win and need to perform compared to if you're trying to make the upset. So,
yeah.
I mean, CJ, I think you're underestimating how much more mental strain gets put on you if you're in a tournament compared to when you're doing races with your friends. Like.
That's
and
true.
when you're just doing random races, nothing's on the line. But for here, this is like more on the line. I still think this is very odd for 64 to make such rash decisions based off his nerves. But honestly, if you look at someone who would route to their nerves, this makes sense to that kind of person. So
I mean, there's also the perspective that he might be trying to, like, I don't know. How do I word this? Establish that he could do literally anything in his next few races, and you can't predict what he can do. And being unpredictable is a good thing going later into a tournament.
I guess, yeah, like, I think that was kind of what Deer did in the winter tourney, but I don't know, like, if you are unpredictable like that, it can make you a lot scary to go against, but this definitely is not a good showing for trying to be scared, because of how poorly these settings have yeah. I mean, if you look at me in the last qualifier I did, I like was so nervous that I made stupid decisions like 64 did, and then I lost because of it. So, and guess who has to play Jim now?
In my qualifier, I just went for check density and hints, and that killed me. So,
Also, 64 missing horde skip. Oh no! Trying to assert his dumb. And he's not even going for the backup. He definitely is time save for Flo, but I don't know. At this point, it might be in the books.
Yeah, unless 64 died somewhere here in Horde. Like, I don't know. He only has a fairy and 3 hearts. Does he have a heart medal?
I don't know. I think he has a life medal.
Yeah, he definitely has one of those.
I mean, Reed, I think we're betting on Floha getting a sword in slopes. If he doesn't get a sword there, I think it's definitely in the books, but...
Yeah.
Like, Floha isn't actually as far behind as you think. All he really has to do is get his sword, fly to Farron, and he's done. Now, he's probably going to do Volcano Summit first, which is going to lose him some time, but, like... I mean, to be fair, at this point, 64 isn't Horde, so it's unlikely that he catches up anyway, but... We're just kind of saying, thing. Also, yeah, his stream is frozen.
I don't know, if you're going to VS, I would assume you would do those draining checks first, so you can Death Warp, but...
It is true. I don't know if Floha knows that route.
I don't know, it seems a pretty common one to know.
It's for using his fairy.
Oh no.
Oh no.
This is Pepega. Whoa.
Now we got 2 EU internets and one of them's NA. Are the EU persons back first? Let's go.
EU represent.
Yeah, I will say, I think I was going at, like, the reason I know that route is because of Hundo, so I know Flo has never ran. But it is pretty common.
Yeah.
Yeah, so shout out to Hundo.
Taking damage.
Let's see, will 64 get Billy?
Well, you can sacrifice a Billy hit here, so...
This is Flo's last chance. Flo is praying to the Billy Lords that he gets the meanest Billy of the match.
The meanest Billy.
Just one hits him right off the bat, then another one hits him as he's doing something. Like one would hit him right now.
Whoa.
Oh, they were close.
At this point, you're wishing for him to fail.
Yeah, no, at this point, I want the race to be as close as like. Billy coming through.
No, he's playing it safe.
Oh.
And fair enough after getting hit like that.
All right, so we can definitely say this race is now in the books. No mistake in G3 or Demise is enough to set 64 back enough to the point where Floha can catch up, unless you unless he dies and then does bit, but no. Mean comp. Yeah, we're so mean for wanting the race to be close.
I have no bias towards any runner. I just like a close game.
And he's frozen again.
The Serenade froze. No. You're biased towards the funniest outcome. Fair enough.
I think, what do we say when 64 gets in here? Like, what the hell was that?
Okay, that's actually a good thing to discuss right now, because, so let's just go through what he did from the start. He did early crystal routing.
And let him explain.
Oh yeah. I don't know.
That was kind of mean, but... In points mean, point justified.
Cropping mistake. Yeah, that is very true. I don't know. I just didn't pay attention to it. I was too focused on the seed.
Wait, did 64 die to G3?
Yes, he did.
Oh no. Yeah, it's just for Floha, but I think again, this is a little too late for him.
Yeah.
I mean, maybe it's never too late, but I think it is a little too late.
I don't know. I've seen someone be stuck here for 15 minutes, so... it was me. Haha, lol.
At the right center, if you want to go to sleep, as soon as Flo gets his sword, you can go take your nap.
Yep. I'm sure Harm can close the room where we need it to be closed.
Oh, you tried 64. Okay, then Senra, why are you not asleep right now? Go to sleep.
I want to see the finish. I didn't expect it to be this long. Let's just say that.
I did.
I don't know. I expected to get an SGL practice before going to work. That looks like it's not happening.
Floha.
What?
What? He missed the slope?
It's okay.
Flo. What if this is the sword, then this is the most 5-head routing I've ever seen ever, but...
I want this to be the sword, yeah.
Be the sword. Be the sword.
Be the sword.
Be the sword.
Yeah! It could have been! It could have been! Oh no! There's an outcome in this world where someone decided to just do draining check, and they would have... Oh my god. Oh no.
You know, he missed on purpose. 64 is just lagging right now.
Yeah.
64-bit is about to finish. In the demise fight.
Backslashing here can be quite annoying.
Yeah, no, this might have been the funniest race we've had in a while.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, like, once again, as soon as 64 gets in here, just what the hell was that? That's...
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
We're planning ahead. GG's to 64.
GG.
That is qualification for 64-bit into the second round of the SGL tournament. Or I guess the first round. This is preliminary, but... And fortunately, that means Floha is going to be dropping into the losers bracket. I believe he plays someone.
CJ's saying Flo versus Harm.
I do not think this is Flo versus Harm. I know. I think it was how funny this was, but I don't know. Someone's in chat who is the matchup, but yeah. Now we just wait for 64 to join in. And yeah, he is in the setup. Get ready.
I'm ready.
Why, hello, 64. Maybe quickly ask, what the hell was that?
What the hell were you yeah.
I don't even know.
It's just very uncharacteristic
Yeah,
to see you play the way you played today.
That was by far the most questionable routing I've ever seen you ever do. But yeah, GG's.
But yeah, GG's.
Yeah. I mean, I'll be honest, I was definitely, I was kind of expecting Floha to snipe me in the end. Because, like, I basically last location Gust Fellows, and I basically last location Master Sword.
Yeah, so Floha's win condition for this race was you did get Emerald Tablet first, because Floha died twice to G1, which was a pretty large time loss for him, so your major time save in this race was, that was in like dying execution, but you got to Ruby Tablet first. And then you just skipped Elden, and I get, like, I think you were thinking just, oh yeah, just 2 swords in Earth Temple, but at that point, Flo, you were thinking, we saw where the boss key was, and we're like, if there's 2 swords in Magma Turf, then Flo wins this race. And there was 1 sword, and we were so ready for Flo to win, but unfortunately, no. But yeah, Flo did get 2 swords in Magma Turf. That was going to be the race there, so you did get kind of lucky. But, yeah, that was... So, some questions. Aki got some?
I got one. What was the reasoning behind going early crystals and not following one of the heroes for the scale?
I mean, I was making a night loop anyways, so I decided it would just be efficient to just get 5 crystals while I already had it nighttime.
Now here's my even bigger question. Why didn't you just do Collins and Zelda's room in that first nighttime loop? Did you just forget?
Yeah, I kind of just like, yeah, that one I kind of just, yeah, didn't, that one was just bad routing.
Yeah. Okay.
But yeah, so I guess for some fun, another fun thing that happened this seed. So the last sword was in the bottom slope dig spot. Floha, let's just say he went on the slope. He missed the first like overhang to get the first dig spot check. Just does the second one and gets the sword. So Floha intentionally just runs past 3 eyes, and he runs past the Hook Beetle check, like the thing right next to Hook Beetle, and he runs past the Deep Woods chest. He is like, he ran through like 15 different checks today, just skipping them, and yeah. Well, Flola's routing was equally as questionable, but yeah.
Well, there was a hint that the key piece behind vents was nothing.
Oh,
So
okay. That makes more sense.
That's why he skipped that one.
Okay. Dang, that would have been funny if it was.
Yeah.
It was funny.
Also, getting the Farron Baron hint, like, after I had cleared most of Farron was, interesting.
And how did you like that whip placement?
That what placement?
The whip.
Oh, yeah. I looked at that and I'm like, I had to think about it, but I'm like, yeah, I do not need that whip. I can just RBM the P-hat, because that's literally the only thing that's hard whip locked. Especially because I started with Beetle, so if there had been something in the cage, in Skyview, I could still get it.
Yeah,
So it was like, I saw the dungeons and I'm like, okay, this is gonna be a really fast seed, and I have never been more wrong in my life.
Well, 64, there was one clue to how good the seed was. Did you see who rolled it?
Fair. I was thinking like near the end, like why did I let Floha roll this seed?
64, like you know Floha. If there's anyone who's gonna ruin Skyview or Temple Seed, it's him. Look, the hints the hints today were pretty much terrible, and like the sword in Skyview was funny, like
Yeah, and I mean, I was like halfway debating if I even wanted to go back to Skyview, but eventually I'm just like, I better do these one-offs just in case one of them's a sword, and it was. Although I think in the end, like, well, I guess the problem was I had two one-offs that I had left behind. One of which I really shouldn't was the bird's nest check that I should not have left behind, but I got the gust bellows, and then I kind of continued my route towards Betro, and kind of was like, at this point, the bird's nest is so far out of the way that I'll put it off. And then, but the dig spot in Skyview, I just cleared Skyview before I had the mix. So
Yeah, that's more fair.
Yeah. So I was the like whole skipping Elden thing just I'm nervous and I want to like do. I assume you were feeling behind, right? Like you just had the whole nerves thing.
well, yeah, I mean, I was feeling behind, and part of it was I just wanted to rush to the dungeon, and I was hoping one of the hint stones would tell me where a sword was.
Yeah.
So that's kind of the reasoning for me just rushing back half of Elden. And
I mean,
usually the dig spots are stacked, so I guess today they weren't.
So Floha is coming up on mines, but yeah. So I guess in terms of results, you do move on and you play Kit Kat. Have fun. That's I mean, this definitely is not the greatest first race in terms of confidence, but I wish you the bestest of luck against him. I have no doubt that you can do that.
as well.
Yeah, and for Floha, he is going to be jumping into loser's bracket, and he is going to play the loser of either Pac-Man, our commentator today, or Mirage, IW, or your average link in their winner's quarterfinal match. So, yeah. So, Floha's opponent is still to be determined, but...
For one heart, that, I can't, oh yeah, no way. I wouldn't mind getting knocked down to lose his bracket by Yao, but that's a discussion for when I race, I guess.
GG's to Floha.
Yes, GG's. I assume we'll have Floha coming. You guys keep banning Floha from rolling, yet still let him roll.
When Floha
very
gets in
true.
here, we're gonna make sure he never rolls again.
Yeah.
He's never... He...
Yeah,
Hello, Flo. GG's.
that
GG.
was actually way closer than I expected it to be.
Yeah, there are reasons for that. But first and foremost, Flo, you are never allowed to roll a seed again.
Tell me something new.
We are closing this up. I think we like fully need to just end your seed rolling experience. If anyone can turn a Skyview Earth Temple seed into one of the worst seeds of SGL we've ever seen, it's you. So I think you're done, Flo. Unfortunately, I think this is the last straw. But
You
yeah.
see,
Jeez.
you gotta have a talent for this.
True.
That's what I just realized. I should have waited 2 more seconds. Then I would have gotten a time of 22. Damn it. Whatever. Yeah, that was kind of interesting, actually.
That was that. So Your win condition actually, Flo, was that if you had another sword in Magma Turf, you were gonna actually win because the boss key location in her temple was good enough that you would have just go moded. But unfortunately,
Yeah.
the boss key locate, or unfortunately, the sword ended up not being in the greatest of spots. So
Yeah.
Where was the other sword?
the Skyview dig spot.
Okay, yeah, I kind of figured as much from what I saw of the restream so far already.
Yeah.
And to like counterclaim your arguments of me skipping so many checks, the thing that I've actually skipped, and that was mainly because I didn't brain enough, was the Deep Woods chest. I don't know why. My brain was like, get out of here through that chest.
Yeah.
To be
If
fair, I
you-
almost skipped that chest too, and then but that was because I failed Cube Warp and did the beetle trick to get into Skyview, and then on the way out, I started talking to the session. I'm like, wait a second, there's some things I haven't done yet, and then of course Farron turns out to be Baron anyways.
Yeah.
Was Three Eyes hinted?
Uh,
Is there a reason you skipped Three Eyes, Flo?
Three Eyes was hinted, but later on only.
So okay, so you just kind of forgot it at the time. Okay,
No, I was intentionally skipping it. Actually,
really?
So
yeah. I
I
mean,
agree with that
why would
play.
you not skip it?
No, I agree with that. If you want to try and get ahead,
Yeah, I was
skipping
like,
Three Eyes.
I gotta play a bit riskier for this. If I like, I'm definitely the worst seed in here, so I gotta play this a bit riskier than I normally do. So it was
Yeah.
like, Three Eyes is in nope.
No, yeah,
Yeah.
I respect the riskiness. I will say I do respect
It
that.
was kind of funny that it was actually Way of the Hero. If you consider that, like, that it had a key piece.
That's true.
Oh yeah, logically the seat was a nightmare. With Skyview Trial and whatever else was it, Lanever Trial, I think.
Yeah, and they try how to keep these. I think.
Yeah, that they had a key
Yeah.
piece and win on the Skyview Trial. I was Skyloft Trial. That was fun.
Yeah, it was a monster of a logical seed.
Luckily,
Yeah,
we skipped it
so
all.
yeah, so it's third time going over this, but yeah. So unfortunately, Floha, this is a loss. So you are going to be dropping into losers bracket. Your next opponent is going to be one of Mirage, Pac-Man, Power Ghost, or your average Link, depending on who loses the winners quarterfinal there. So yeah, so hope you are excited and ready for that. But yeah,
Yeah,
GG's to
sounds like a close match, except for y'all.
Yeah.
I don't know if y'all's gonna be
Agreed.
dropping into losers anytime soon, but I don't
Oh,
know.
I don't think either.
have my doubts about
if
that.
If Yao were to drop to losers, it would basically be like everyone in his path in losers bracket would be like, well, bye. Yep, that was a fun tournament.
Well, you're likely to get you're likely to get one of me or Jim in loser sometime soon. So there's gonna be a shark release in there anytime soon. So I don't think losers is gonna be safe, but.
No, it's not safe anywhere, unfortunately.
Oh yeah, by the way, Jazz, I don't know if you've realized it, but the digging spot behind the vents was hinted as well.
Yeah, 64 told me that. I thought that was unhinged. I thought you literally just you missed the slope, and then you just went and got the other chicken. It was Master Sword. I thought that was a mistake because at the end of it, you kind of like turned around and were like standing there for a second. I thought
Yeah,
it was
I
like
was
a
like,
turn around in despair type of thing, but
I was
I
like,
guess not.
I was kind of dead inside already because I don't know, this scene kind of made me die.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
Oh well. Both of you put on a good show, so I can't complain.
A very good show. This was a very, very fun race to commentate. Thank you so much for both you guys racing and GG's.
Thanks for commentating.
Yeah, I think that is gonna be it. Thank you also, Senra, who is now asleep, and also Harm for tracking. And yeah, any final comments?
I don't know. I look forward to facing whoever I'm gonna be facing in losers bracket. That did not make any sense.
I kind of hope it's either me or not me, but that's in a way that I beat Mirage, and if I lose to Yao, then that's okay. But that makes sense because the bracket's better. But anyway,
Fair.
I wish
And
for
GG64, and good luck on your further matches.
Yep. I look forward to getting curb stomped by Kit Kat later this week.
Oof.
I look forward to Floha not rolling my seat tomorrow.
Who knows? Maybe I'll just dress up as someone else. Anyways, yeah, that's it. GG's all around. I look forward to rewatching this.
Oh, you will.
I
There's some-
am kind of scared to rewatch this, given the immediate reaction of the commentators.
Enjoy
it's-
it. Enjoy it.
Don't spoil what you did 64. You gotta watch what some of the twists and turns 64 did this race, but
Oh
yeah,
boy. Oh
this
boy,
was
that
quite
sounds like
this-
fun.
this was quite a race, but yeah.
Oh boy.
But yeah. I think that is all. So yeah. GG's again, once again, GG's to both you, 64 and Flo. This all concludes the first day of SGL, so many more to come.
Yeah, tomorrow we've got 2 more matches at the same time, even. Yeah, so we got Jasnix versus Zelt and Pac-Man versus Mirage.
Yep.
Both of you are actually racing tomorrow. Damn. I just realized that.
Yep.
Yeah,
So, yeah.
prelims are finishing soon.
I guess that's it.
Yep. Thank you everybody for watching, and goodbye.
Bye.